There we are. Happy Friday night hangout. This is all signs, your moon, it's just a tarot reading for your placements and an oracle for your placements, and a happy St. Patrick's Day. I am fresh and Irish spring clean out the shower. So the hair's still drying. You get what you get and you don't get upset. How is everyone tonight? Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna go through, let's see, what do you need to know? If it's your first time here, we go through all 12 signs. It'll be a tarot reading and an oracle card. We used to say the tarot was for the moon and the oracle was for the sun. They just keep backing each other up, so we're just gonna say that it's all for the same thing. I have the hiccups. We're gonna turn on this light. There we go. So it's a tarot reading and then an oracle card to kind of back it up. And whatever placements this feels good to, take it. If it's something that scares you or doesn't feel like it fits in your life, it's not for you. Don't take it. Don't take on the fear. Don't take on the anxiety. None of that. This is here to make you feel empowered, not to make you feel fearful. And if you are, you know how like the first sign is Aries, the last sign is Pisces, so on, right? The sixth sign is Virgo and Scorpio is 8. And so that's the house correlation. So if I'm reading for Aries, it also is good if you have first house placements. I'm going to do free readings at the end. I'll give rules out for them later. It'll just be a 1 card, 1 question, yes or no, on Friday nights. And then I think next Thursday, I'm either going live with Connie Joe, but I don't know that we'll use the whole time. So next Thursday, I might also just do free, just little mini reads on my channel. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure you have a notification set. Part 1 of Progressed Moon is up and edited, so you don't have to sit through all the uncomfortable when my computers are breaking or anything else. So it's much more streamlined. I will get the timestamps up that one of our lovely viewers did for me up later tonight, and we will be back with part 2 this Sunday at 1:30, which I'm super excited for. So if you could give the new one a little watch, if you didn't get to watch all of it, there's a lot of good questions that people asked Connie Joe in there as well. And then join us for part 2. Okay, I think that's all. That's it. Right? Everybody have a good time. I expect it to be a little quieter tonight because I assume some people are out, you know, like for shenanigans. I just have my shenanigans in. Yes, Lee O'Donnell is very Irish. I practically gave birth to leprechauns. I think I will say she probably enjoys the whole being Irish part more than I do. She also enjoys the Swedish part. I just don't feel like I got any of the Swedish. She's learning Swedish. So we're celebrating our St. Patrick's Day for my parents tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, the whole drinking thing and the whole kiss me I'm Irish thing, both. I was often DD when I went out anyway, just so that I felt safe because I have trust issues, and for good reason. as far as like people driving, saying they can drive when they can't drive, and losing friends to drunk driving, quite frankly. So I was often DD. I'm first one dancing on a table, completely sober, don't need anything to. My fun side is, life is serious. My fun side is bubbling on the surface at all times. Doesn't take much for me to be like, yeah, let's dance on the bar. So that was never my thing, to go out and get sloppy, because I felt then I wasn't in control. And then, but the other thing was the whole kiss me, I'm Irish. I refused to wear the buttons when I was younger. It's a big deal in my family to like reject St. Patrick's Day, but none of that made sense to me. Why would I be inviting strangers to kiss me? Gross. So, but I will celebrate, I get that my parents wanted to celebrate. That's the one time they felt like they could be proud to celebrate the Irish. I won't go into that whole mess, but just say they were old enough. They were kids of the Depression, so the Irish weren't always well thought of in New York City where they were. So it was a big deal to them. All right, so we are drawing cards. First off, for Aries. I see my lovely, lovely group. If you see any new humans, if you are new in here, grab a buddy. Everyone here is real friendly. It's a nice group. So if you don't know anybody, say hi or say I'm new, and everybody will welcome you. Okay, we are looking at Aries. Let's get a timestamp on that. 6 minutes and 56 seconds. All right, Aries placements, first house placements. We have, am I gonna have to wear these the whole time? No way. Start eating some dang carrots. Somebody said I bite. I didn't say they weren't a little twisted. I just said they were welcoming. Kind of how I like my people. All right, so we have the King of Swords and the Four of Swords. Both, we're doing this. Both in reverse. So now you all see my natural hair color. That is my natural hair color. It's a reveal party. This is King of Swords and Four of Swords in reverse. There is no rest. Right now, Aries has a lot of energy. You're getting more energy. In a few days, we are ingressing into the Aries sun sign. Venus just moved out of Aries, but Mercury is moving into Aries. Jupiter is in Aries. Chiron is in Aries. There's a whole lot going on in Aries right now. It doesn't feel, and I can attest to this as an Aries moon, it doesn't really feel like a time to rest right now. Like, it doesn't feel like we're afforded that. Even when I want, like, I'm having a hard time having guilt-free, because there's always something to do. And on top of the things that there already are to do, something keeps happening around me lately. So we have that, and we have the King of Swords. Listen, I won't be surprised if all of these readings are kind of the same tonight. And here's why. Because the collective vibe right now is real cranky. Everybody feels a little irritated and frustrated. Not by everybody. Maybe you don't feel cranky towards the people you love. Maybe you don't feel cranky towards your family, or even your workmates. But I promise you, somewhere along this week, somebody pressed the button. And that there is a overall consensus through the clients that I'm working with, through everything, that there's been frustration, irritation, and exhaustion. Like, there doesn't seem like sleep isn't even happening. You know, I've snapped a couple of times this week. I have really snapped. Probably the lovely Lee has gotten the brunt of it. But Brian at Acuity, was it Acuity? Yeah. Brian at Acuity got some of that too. He had, hi everyone, I had a problem for a service I am paying for. And his answers were to tell me to change how I run my business rather than just say, we don't have a solution for that. That was irritating to me. So while I didn't call him any names, I didn't say anything that I wouldn't say here. I let him know that that was unprofessional and unacceptable, and that either he was a robot or they needed a new script for their support people. And I am literally the person to be like, is your manager here? Do you know how great this person is? Because I don't complain a lot when I'm out, or I'm always like, you're awesome, let me write a good review. So for me to be like, you're terrible at your job and probably should find another job, and I keep saying the same thing to you and you keep giving me an answer that has zero to do with what I'm asking you, right? So like, but every time I talk to a client, every time I talk to a personal friend, it's like, oh my God, like another thing, or somebody's irritating. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that you're completely off and no one has irritated me all week, that I haven't felt frustrated, irritated. But if you have Aries energy, you might have felt this. And King of Swords. Be wary of, we talked about this on the progressed moon. If you're having a progressed Aries moon when you're a natural Cancer moon, or vice versa, that's a lot of cardinal energy, that's a lot of defensive and protective energy. And that is when you want to be aware that your reactions might be a little stronger. Recently, the Aries vibes, the reactions could have been a little stronger than normal. Now, if you're going to come out your mouth about something, that's fine. And I guess I should. If you're going to be like firm and direct to somebody, that's one thing. Be aware that you're not taking the sting just to take it because you can, because they deserve it, because they're annoying. As long as you can walk away from, I'm so sorry to hear that, Danny. Ugh. As long as you can walk away thinking like, I could authentically tell that story to somebody else and not be a little embarrassed or feel a little immature about my reaction. Do we all get where I'm going here? Let's take, I think that's all of our worst nightmares, having our identity stolen right now. Yeah. I'm going to take like more of a astrological. I'm going to take the Black Moon astrology cards. I'm going to take an astrological oracle for Aries, because you got to come from the back, you got to come from the front. Now, sometimes that could be a compliment, but this week has been, yeah. This week has been a little testy. Even like I've set out to be like, today I've got this block of time, I'm going to do this. This needs to get done. And something that absolutely demands my attention, that happened twice today, took me away from the thing. So now my computer's not working. I'm backed up in work. I'm backed up with recorded readings. It's just the weird. Also, if you have Aries and Gemini energy, if you have late degrees Gemini anything while you have Aries energy right now, it's going to feel extra testy because of that Mars in Gemini has been at 24, 25. I believe it's at 26 degrees now. Working itself into 27 to get that out of to get out of Gemini finally. Okay. Let's take okay. 10th house, the world. You know, the 10th house, the cusp of our 10th house is our MC or midheaven. Not only does it speak about career, public, or career, vocation, calling, it literally wants us to move into that sweet spot of when we're living a life that allows us to do something that doesn't feel like a job. And like that inner voice, that inner calling, that inner mission, right? It also is the most public place. Everyone sees us. It's where reputation and scandal are held in the 10th house. So, listen. This week, you may have felt like even more frustrated because the things that you wanted to say or what you couldn't say. Because you feel like you're being watched. When we get that 10th house card, it feels like all eyes on me. There's energy leaving Aries and there's energy coming into Aries. It's like there's no, you got it coming and going. It just feels like a lot of pressure coming from both ends. And normally Aries doesn't mind pressure, but this is, this card like this is give me an effing break. You can't all expect me to be doing everything all the time because Aries energy is that advocate energy. It's the run into the building on fire, right? So it just feels like too many fires. And it feels like a fire within. Let's draw a card for romance for Aries because this was definitely like inner work. So for anybody here who's here to see about partner. Anybody who's here with more than one. Okay. Passion. Allow it. Allow whatever you're feeling towards somebody, speak it. Because all of this frustration, the one thing you don't have to be frustrated is sharing your feelings with somebody. Especially while Jupiter is in Aries. You have luck on your side, Aries. It's not going to be here for a long time. It's only here for a good time. So have a good time. Say the thing. Say the feelings. Seriously. Okay. Let's move on to Leo. And we're going to take these for Leo. We are on Leo. Is anybody time stamping? We are at 1903 for Leo. To be together here. We just heard that song, my daughter and I. No, I cannot get it out of my head. All right. Leo's cards are flying out. Where are my Leos in here? Oh. So either you've narrowly avoided disaster, Leo, or you are actively avoiding disaster. Now, there's two ways that I could see this card. There's two ways that I could read this card. One is sometimes I'm like, crisis averted, right? But other times I kind of feel like because of the other card it's with, I feel more like instead of avoidance, I feel like honesty kind of saved the day. We have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is direct, Leo. It's, it says she walks in truth. She's direct. She gets to the matter. She kind of solves problems. The Queen of Swords is smart. And she's not passive aggressive. And she's not necessarily aggressive either. For some of you, I feel like this is you asking a question you didn't want to ask. Like, so maybe 6 months ago, you wouldn't ask because you didn't want the answer, or you felt like if I ask, I'm going to be like ruining what's good here, or I'm going to be, it's too much to say. I might scare that other person. Maybe we're not at the place in our situationship where I'm allowed to ask that question. There is something that you didn't say and you've been possibly going on assumption that would have brought you to continue to go on that assumption. Might have felt like a tower moment. But instead of having a full tower moment, you said the thing, you asked the question, you clarified, and it wasn't easy. I don't feel like it was easy, Leo. We are going to take White Light Oracle. Something has to be said. And something is going to be said. And it brings you, and it's not about a tower moment for everybody or a tower moment for a relationship to like break up. It's about you avoiding another tower moment for you that makes you feel like, how am I in this spot again? That I feel very strongly for you, Leo. I agree. Situationships, unless for the person that likes the situationship, right? Geminis might not mind the situationship as much. I mean, if they've got a Leo, if they've got like a Leo Venus or a Cancer Venus, they probably don't like a situationship. But Geminis with like a Gemini Venus, depending on their moon sign, might not mind it as much. The way that you don't continue in a situationship is this. Right? And we've all heard it said, like, no one wants to have the, what are we, where are we at, what is this conversation, like 1,000 times. But some kind of clarification. This is how I'm feeling right now, right? We're worried about scaring people away sometimes. But if they're people who would be scared of you and what you want, then they're not the right people. my 2 cents. Okay. Wherever I'm meant to be together. It's gonna be annoying me all night now. Ooh. Itchy nose, itchy nose. Here come the messages. Obadiah. All I can hear is it. Now all I can hear is a Beatles song. I'm like, Obadiah, Obadiah. Obadiah, do not turn away from... Who's a smart girl? Do not turn away from your path, nor from what you know now. Wait. Do not turn away from your path, nor from what you know now in your heart to be true. No matter what appears to be, nor what logic may dictate, trust what your heart is telling you. You are safe and protected by spirit. You are spiritually empowered and with all you need to manifest your authentic soul path. You have what it takes to connect with the light and live that connection in a practical way which contributes to positive energy and the collective. Obadiah is the Latin basis for the word obedience. Far from conforming to authority, the original meaning was to listen and to hear and not to turn away. Oh, that's interesting. The oracle of Obadiah is about becoming a sacred rebel. I love this for you, Leo, and nothing says sacred rebel like asking the question by not letting it continue to be a situationship. Right? By not worrying if your truth makes them uncomfortable, because if it makes them that uncomfortable, or that it'll make them run. If it makes them run, then that's not your person. I'm loving it. Okay. Sagittarius, how you doing? Let's do the double major for Sagittarius. Sagittarius's reading was big today. Today I did Taurus and Sagittarius. I just have Leo and Aries to do in the full reads for March, and I will do them next Wednesday when I'm back, and then Thursday Connie Jo and I might do something if she can't, because her schedule is crazy right now. She's got a lot going on. Then I will just do free card pulls on Thursday. And we'll start all over that last week of March to start doing April readings. Okay. Jumping all over. Now, if you have not been with me, hello. If you not have been with me before, I don't even know that was a sentence. Anyway, this is water, I promise. These are very interesting. These are the double major tarot. So it's only the major arcana or the court cards, but it is double meaning for each one. So like, what happens if the Fool falls? So there's 2 cards for the Fool. There's 2 cards for each major arcana. There's 2 court cards for each. And one is the traditional and one is the alternative, right? I love it. So we have 2 traditional and 1. So first of all, Sagittarius. We have a royal couple here. We have the King and Queen of Wands. Unfortunately, our King King came out upside down. He is the alternate reading of the King of Wands, which we are going to check out in our little book. Also came with the moon. There is either a truth that has not been revealed yet, but there is a truth that needs to be said. You know, it's an interesting depiction of the Queen. You can't tell if she looks happy, but she looks like she does not mind the power. All right, so let's get to, that is the original moon card though. So let's look at, here we go. Okay, so here is the second meaning of the King in this. The King of Wands saw the sprout from the wand, and he is now going to put the thought of planting it on the ground into action. Planting a tree is not a simple task for him because he has not done any hard work. In addition, he does not even stand up from the throne, just tapping the ground, theoretically. Maybe he did not want to step down from the throne. Maybe just for a little while. He will realize to himself to be weak in the practical sense of performance. It will be hard to plant the wand in this way no matter how hard he tries. He is in need of help from someone who is very wise and full of knowledge and power of execution. So when this is in reverse, this is understanding that you can't wish it to be. You can't use your charm to get it. You cannot use the power. This is for inner change, okay? That is not going to happen without putting the hard work behind it. So we have a queen sitting in her power, and we have a king that is only good at wielding power to get external things done. That is an interesting. So we have a royal couple, might not be on the same page. The king seems a little more interested in doing things himself, maybe being a little bit more down to earth, where the queen understands that she's worked this hard to get here, right? And she wants to delegate. She wants to be creative. She wants to be confident. The king seems a little lost. There's a truth here. It could be that he pretended confidence. That's true confidence. She's got true confidence. This may be pretended confidence. And the truth of how he really feels, or the show he's been putting on, or the way he led anyone to believe that he was all that in a bag of chips. It may have just been a little, you know, all that glitters is not gold. That doesn't mean that there's not a perfectly wonderful person, but there is a little pretending going on. For sure. Let's get an oracle card. We're going to take the oracle card of the Roses, which was another incredible gift. I already thanked her personally, but another one of you lovely humans sent me a congratulations gift. And it's these stunning, look at the covers of these. Isn't that beautiful? So from far back, it just looks like vintage, but when you get up close. And there are astrological correlations to some of these too. They're so pretty. Ooh. Modern Garden Rose, the innovator. Let's read. Iron remembered ahead of time. Yeah, it's a gorgeous deck, and I was like, oh, they're so pretty. But then when I started reading them, they're also really incredible. Because once in a while, I think an oracle deck looks good, but then I get the oracle deck, and I was saying there's one that I won't say out loud that I said to my daughter today. I was so sad and I was so disappointed because I like really liked about like the author, the creator, but everything's like, taste the Swedish side of life, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like it's kind of like fortune cookie oracle cards, and I don't feel like I do fortune cookie readings, so they don't make sense after the deeper reading. So I was so happy that these weren't just pretty cards. Okay, action needs to be undertaken now before the plans of others take over. Be careful with your ideas and who you trust. Yeah, there's truth being hidden there, Sagittarius. As you do have something special to work on, and that opportunity needs to be protected. Look closely before you leap, but a new clarity will help resolve any clouded facets soon. The innovator is a planner who is good at problem solving and giving clarity to areas that may have proved challenging for others. They provide fresh airs and insight. They provide fresh eyes and insight when they are on board, and once they begin, their action is hard to slow down and almost impossible to stop. It's asking, what do you really need to happen? Like, what do you really need to happen? What truth needs to be said? It's a lot about truth tonight. So that you're not, somebody doesn't feel the need to fake their confidence, because your confidence is genuine, right? Your confidence is genuine. So what do you need to say, or what does somebody need to say to you? What truth needs to come out so that you're not dealing with somebody who is in pretending energy, because we don't love it. Okay. Let's put that back. We are on to Earth signs. Taurus. Yo, Taurus is reading today. Not mad at it. Not mad at it at all. If you have a chance, go check out that Taurus reading. Wow. Thank you, Juan, for handling that. Lee, if you're not there taking timestamps, I will absolutely write them down. I know today has been a crazy day, but can you just like holler at me in the chat and let me know that if you are able to take timestamps, please. Okay, let's get cards for Gemini. Sorry, for Taurus. Why did I just think Taurus instead of... There we go. Aw, thank you, Juan. Ooh, very interesting, Taurus. What else do we have for Taurus? This is very interesting. That is so funny. I thought that there was like, there's like a little imperfect piece of the ginger root, and I was like, what's on it? Okay. Okay, thanks. Thank you. I forgot to ask for them during progressed moon, which was silly of me. Okay, so we have the Emperor and the Eight of Wands. That's a lot of communication From somebody who's feeling awful. This is like the opposite day of Sagittarius's reading. This is a lot of communication from someone who's feeling awful confident, in charge. Hemlock and ginger. What a difference. But the ginger, this 8 of Wands is on fire. You know, if you have somebody that has that kind of, like, a little bit of cocky Emperor energy, that communication that you get that's like rapid fire, it might be a little brown chicken, brown cow, wow, wow, wow. It might be a little hot and heavy. This just feels kind of like things coming out of separation. Let's get a vintage journey of the divine connection card. Let's see what they have to say. Sometimes it is what it is. I don't try to focus on love. I try to focus on what you can do about stuff like empowerment, but this is what it is. And it's in fuego, Taurus. And I said today, I don't say it often, but I said today during Taurus's reading, please go watch that if you have second house placements or any Taurus placements. I feel like the universe is going to put a love situation in front of you. Woohoo! Yeah. Yeah. Go somewhere special and it feels familiar because it is. Taurus, if you have something planned to go visit someone or go someplace in the next couple of weeks or months, do it. You'll know when you feel this person, it'll feel familiar. It's going to be like a divine connection. Yeah, listen, guys, March is the time to rest. March is not the time to climb all the mountains, and it's observation and rest, for sure. There's a lot going on collectively, and it's affecting everyone's energy. We are on to Virgos. Virgo had a very interesting reading as well. So did Capricorn's reading was really good. Taurus and Capricorn had really good readings. But Taurus's reading today, if you have any Taurus placements, I am going to say that I think that is one of like the nicest. I was so happy to be able to give that to Taurus readings. The way it ends in months. Like it was that nice. What ones do we want to use? Let's see. For Virgo, I'm going old school. I think this is like my second or third deck. My second deck was the ethereal. This was probably my third deck. Okay. Something's gonna feel easier, Virgo. Which makes sense because when you're gonna feel that Gemini. Oh yeah. Oh, I like both of these for you. Something is gonna feel a little easier. You have Gemini. Mars has been squaring. Oh, this was another little nicey that came in the mail. Gemini Mars has been squaring the Virgo placements while Pluto, and somebody might argue with me, you know, Pluto doesn't mind being in Capricorn, right? But Capricorn really loves the power of Pluto. And so we see that like I keep calling it like the last gasps of air to have that power behind being executed very strongly. We're seeing it in the collective left and right. That energy is palpable for everyone. But Virgo is, you know, that is your fellow earth sign having Pluto leave, and it has been Mars in Gemini. So they both move off, right? Like, thank God, in the next week or so. By the March 28th, both are, right? Hello, everyone. We have the Hangman upside down, and if you know, you know that is one of my signs for it's time. The waiting is over. And we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. That does not mean you're lazy. That means whatever coming next is just going to feel like less work. Or if your friendships have been making you feel strained, if your relationships have made you feel strained, if everything has just felt harder. Like, why is this? I am telling you, you're going to feel a huge relief, Virgo. Things are going to feel like less work. Things are going to flow a little smoother. And that makes perfect sense with Gemini moving out of that square to your placements and Pluto moving out of the trine to your placements. Oh, I'll be excited for you. Let's grab an oracle card. I'm on top of the world. Let's do the map. I say this the wrong way. It's Colette Baron Reed. That I know. The Enchanted Map Oracle. That, yes, Virgo. I made a dent in my hair. It is what it is. Ride the wave. Right now, success is easy and effortless. What did I just say? You can be assured that you're entering a time when you can ride the wave of abundance. The tide has turned, and you can put your surfing skills to test. Everything you know, all your talents, coupled with your hopes and dreams, will carry you forward. People and circumstances have come out of the ocean, out of potential and possibility, and start to take shape in the wave of spectacular activity in the real world. In real life, know that you are definitely on the right path. Yes! I hope that did not interrupt. They are dolphins. I just read a fun fact about dolphins today that like puffer fish, that they're, I don't know if this is true or not, so somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't like to be somebody who, you know, is a source of disinformation. But it said that dolphins, so puffer fish, their defense mechanism is to puff up and release the toxins, right? So that other fish won't eat them. They leave them alone, blah, blah, blah. Except for dolphins, evidently, according to this, get high off the toxins. So they will literally have contact with a puffer fish. And then I think that the person was making a joke saying that they pass them around to their other dolphin friends. But they will purposely, I mean, how much do we love that? They're such smart animals. But somewhere one figured out, like, oh, this doesn't make me sick. This makes me feel relaxed. And so somebody check me on that. I don't know. But I know I love that message for Virgo. Let's get into, oh wow, I forgot about those cards. I haven't used them in so long. Let's just take those out just in case we feel the need to use them today. Okay. My Stranger Things box has to get moved. I can't do it in this room, but I need like a circular desk. It's insane. There's no, something just fell. Okay. Bum. Let's do Capricorn. Hey, April, hey. Get you some puffer fish. It might be toxic for you, babe. Unless you're a dolphin. Capricorn. At 50:19, and we're halfway through. Elephants get drunk off fermented fallen fruit. I love that. Please keep with the fun facts. I mean, on St. Patrick's Day, what is a better day than to talk about what gives animals out in the wild their form of escapism. Capri Suns are the best. Oh, Cappy Sun. You've heard that about, you've had dwarf pufferfish? Were they toxic to the other fish? Oh, I'm glad that one didn't come out. We are using hold on. I'll tell you in a minute. This is just called the Star Tarot. I'm pretty sure it's just called the Star Tarot. Okay. Capricorn, you got a lovely 2 of Pentacles. It looks like a baby rattle to me. I don't know if that means anything to anyone, but Two of Pentacles. This is a balanced 2 of Pentacles. It is yin and yang. See the black and the white? That is yin and yang. Also the Hangman. Capricorn, it feels like you're being really patient because you know that this exists. Whether it's balance in your home, balance in a relationship, balance with another human that feels like such a divine connection that it does feel like they're yin and you're yang. But what I deeply, deeply feel for most of my Capricorns is that you've experienced this. Because you're definitely feeling slightly suspended, or that like you're in suspense waiting for that feeling to come back because it's hard to settle. Capricorn doesn't normally settle to begin with, but it feels even harder to settle when you know that this exists. This is also good for 10th house suns, 10th house placements, Capricorn placements. What's really beautiful about this hang person card, the hanged one, is we see the peacefulness. Sometimes the hangman doesn't look peaceful. This is a very, like, you're not struggling. You're not struggling in suspense. But you're like, I'm good. I'll wait. Because if it's not this, I don't want it. I've tried to say like, okay, well, maybe all of that balance, all of that feeling like that's the divine yin to my yang came with so many issues that I'll just put it off to the side, and I'm going to do the good on paper. This person is good on paper. This is what I should want. Right? Or this is like somebody else has and that works for them and you've done that. Now you want this. Maybe it looks like a baby rattle because like this feels like the person who is created for you, and you'll know that. You've either met them before and the timing is off, or you know it. And you'll wait. It's just not now. It's either bad timing or you just know it exists. For some of you, you dream of this person. Let's pull. I feel like we need. I just saw these tucked away in a corner and I said, let me pull them out. Message, blunt truth message from your person, right? We used to do these all the time. We haven't done these in a minute. Yeah, I won't. I'm a 10th house sun and I won't settle either. And I do know what that feels like, tastes like, smells like, is like. So let's get a card. They are also ignoring other people in any real way. That makes me think your person also knows that they are your person. We're going to take, is it this? Nope. Where are those? Hold on. We're going to take this oracle. Yep, this one. This is... What one is this? I don't know. I don't know. Trust yourself. How gorgeous is this card? Stop it. These are not these cards. Okay, when something's meant to be, it's meant to be. This card was in here. And I didn't, this is not of this deck, but this was hiding in there. Trust yourself, Capricorn. Because for a few of you, I know that you've had the back and forth pull of, does this refusing to settle? Is it ever going to have me at some point in my life looking and going, well, now I'm alone. I don't want to settle. I don't think so. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Oof. That was a big one again, Capricorn. And if you didn't, go watch your reading. It's like, wow. From this week. What did I do with these cards already? Right. That was crazy. And those cards aren't the next ones on top. Because I normally don't do that. I won't put cards that are like the same size. Because that will happen. So I purposely don't do that. That was interesting. We're going to put these guys over here until I can get that all situated and back with this book. I don't even know where these are. Okay, we are on Gemini. Gemini. That card is beautiful. I concur. We are on Gemini, and let's take the Tarot of the 78 Doors for Gemini. How you do, Gemini? You're going to have Mars off your jock soon. Especially Gemini moons. How are my Gemini moons doing? Because it's been not fun. I know when the last time Mars was in retrograde for a really long time, it was, or not maybe the last time, but it might have been the last time, was in Aries. I went right on my moon. I gotta tell you, that was not a fun 6-7 months. Oh, thank you. It's my Lucky Charms shirt. Let's see. All right. Gemini. Ooh. This is interesting. Gemini. Moon placements. 3rd house placements. That is the 3 of Cups. And then we have the 10 of Cups. But it's upside down. Talk about settling. It's never a good idea to settle or like follow the schedule of a relationship to the point where now you're cuffed to something that was more about maybe the partner wanted to be like, look at us, we're so happy. Because the 10 of Cups for me is like, look at how great we are. Everyone, look what a healthy relationship I can have. It's the pomp, it's the circumstance, it's the social media official posts all the time. Look how great we are. It's all the love. So it's the love and sometimes not the problem solving. It's all the love and sometimes not the pragmatism. It's all the love and sometimes getting so caught up in that euphoria, especially when you were waiting for it for so long that you miss that maybe your trauma responses are opposite. So what keeps you safe is the opposite of what then keeps them safe. So you're asking for somebody to do something that keeps you safe, and they're asking for you to do something that keeps them safe. And those things are the things that make you feel unsafe. It could be anything, but there was a lot of celebrating and rushing into the... And there was, whenever I see this 10 of Cups upside down, it feels like one of the partners, probably not both, probably not Gemini, but one of the partners was trying to follow the schedule, have it be official, all those kind of things. And now we have a 3 of Cups situation. Well, before I was doing this, my advice to every single person I knew that would come to me and ask me, I would say, never settle, because when you do that, universe will drop off the person that makes your toes curl. Makes you want to grab your phone at 3 o'clock in the morning to send that text. Makes your mind race, your heart race, all of it. Drop them off in the middle of your already settled life. Right in front of you. Unavoidable. Let's pull some more cards for Gemini. But this is either a heads up for anyone whose partner is pressuring them to settle, or to like, they're so concerned about that everything looks the way. I can't help but say, we all know, unless you're living under a rock, you probably know about the whole Selena Gomez thing, right? She's been mocked and made fun of so much by her ex's current wife. And that relationship with her ex has been rushed and so public. And so look at us, we're so happy. Look at us, we're so happy. When kind of none of the telltale signs of we're so happy are showing up in other ways. And if you're happy, you don't feel the need to go after someone else that didn't end up with him anyway. The rush to get married, all of that, that is all very 10 of Cups to me. When it gets turned upside down, one of the partners sometimes realize, like, we did not need to prove to everyone how felicitous we are. I want to pull a card for this. I feel like this may be a warning for some Geminis, and it also, I don't think you're the one rushing. Yeah, this is screaming. And then what's going to happen is that the person you were trying to forget or a brand new person is just going to get boop, dropped off. And you're not going to be a bad person going to look to have a third party situation. The feelings are going to be there. Because this one feels like work. Whenever I see this, that feels like work. Okay. Let's a healing yourself card. Gemini, what do you need to heal the inner part of you that allowed somebody to make you uncomfortable to the point where universe doesn't want you there? Because let me tell you something. When they get dropped off in front of you, when your toes curl, all of that, that is your guides, your angels, everything possible is being done in a sense of intervention. This is why we do an oracle card. You're not. Entrapment. Do we see the little Birdman mask? My daughter's probably like, I need that mask. Entrapment. I just said this feels like everything got rushed. Everything got... Be careful not to get trapped in something, because if you're too worried about... Thank you, Plague Doctor. If you're too worried about, well, now I've said yes to so much. Now if I don't keep saying yes, now this is going to be a lot of drama, right? But this is... I wasn't wrong. Gemini, please be good to yourselves. Please honor who you are. Please don't commit to something you're not ready to commit to because you feel like that's what's expected of you now. Everybody doesn't go on the same calendar. Listen, you're talking to an Aries moon, Cancer, Virgo rising, Leo Venus. I don't like a situationship. I think polyamorous is perfect for some people. That's not going to be perfect for me, right? Like, but I am saying, don't try to pretend that you're a giraffe if you're a duck. I don't know why I just said it like that, but that's how it came out. It's okay to be a duck and it's okay to be a giraffe. Okay. We are on Libras. How are my gorgeous Libras doing? Lots and lots of water today. Okay, we're going to use these. Oh, we're going to use these pretty mystical moments. Tarot of the mystical moments. We already used it for one sign. Did we use it for Leo? We may have, but we're using it again. Situationship is like where you're seeing each other, but no one's said out loud, we're committed, we're not seeing other people. Or it's like you don't talk for a week, but then you hang out on the weekends and you're not really sure. Like, a situationship is if you were introducing this person to your best group of friends or your family and you don't know how to introduce them. This is so-and-so. This is boyfriend, girlfriend. This is my partner. This is my, like, if you know how to introduce somebody, it's not a situationship. If you're just like, hey, this is, enter, insert name, and you don't, that might be a situationship. It might be like a week of good morning, beautiful, or good morning, handsome, and then The next week, there is none of that. And you're like, are we completely done? And then 3 days later, all of a sudden it's like, what you doing, gorgeous? Let's go get dinner. And you're like, what happened? Like, you know when you're in a situationship because it feels like there's no parameters and you're flying blind. And for some people, they like it. For others, not so much. Okay. Why are all these kings in reverse? So, Libra. Love is what I've got. So remember that. Okay. We have this very interesting. Now, this deck also has female presenting kings, but this is the male presenting king in this one. King of Cups, upside down. Could be a King of Cups that also has a little like Capricorn energy, or like, which could kind of be a Cancer that has Capricorn energy. Like, I'm a good example of that because I'm a Cancer in the 10th house. Cancer Mars, 10th house. 3 Cancer placements in Capricorn's home. Yes, what Heather is saying, confused about how the other person feels, and not clear on that you can ask either. Like, not clear that this is a relationship where you can just ask. Okay, so so this could be Cancer with some Capricorn energy, or it could be a Capricorn with some Cancer energy. But what it is somebody who is, I kind of feel like this is Cancer energy for you, Libra, which, you know, squares your sign. It is cardinal. Mars is going into Cancer too, so that might have to do something with this reading. But we have a Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody who you probably can't read very much. Like, I think they're a mush, but they seem to be kind of tough on the outside. I think they're, because Capricorn is creme brulee. Make no mistake about it. Hey, Ashley love. The King of Cups in reverse could be somebody who is not being as emotionally mature as they normally are. And again, it could also just be somebody who's like real mushy and real hard to get to. They're not mushy with everyone. They're real picky about that. Because they've been hurt before because they're protective of that creme brulee. Okay. I'm going to answer that in a second, Shelby. But I will answer that. This Knight of Pentacles isn't just here for a good time. They're here for a long time. I'm going to put a whole bunch of bets, Libra, that this person, right, is not showing you all of them. They are not showing you all of them because they're not going to let you in until they're sure, because they've... Listen, if this is a Cancer with Capricorn energy, they have gone goo goo gaga over people and gone hard. Your Capricorn's in the 4th house, your Cancer's in the 10th house. Your little like mixture there, however it happens, or they just have Cancer with a Capricorn moon, Capricorn with a Cancer moon, whatever the combination is, or their moon's in the 4th house. There's a million ways that this can express itself. But I promise you that one of the things they are probably harder on themselves than anyone else, any of their friends could be, is who they've let in and who they have just gone hard. They are ride or dies. Both signs. Ride or die. The difference is if Cancer wrote it till it was dead, that's on do not resuscitate. Wrote it till it was dead. They were grieving that relationship before they even left it. Capricorn is going to do that a little differently. But for Libra, this person, honestly, it is like they are vetting you. You're not getting this yet because they're going to take their time. They're going to see who you really are. But Libra, whoever this person is, they care. They are not looking at you for a short time. They are looking at you for a long time. They see, so if they feel like you can't tell whether they're coming or going, whether they're hot or cold, whether they're like big softy or kind of disassociative, I promise you, and I mean that, I promise you, they're very interested. If this card is here, they're interested. They're just not going to show you. They are not going to show you. Okay. Let's get a card for that. Let's get this. For Libra, what do you need to know for your own inner peace? How do you stay in a relationship where you can't be sure, right? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, this is not subtle. Building your world and achievement. Listen, Libras, especially if this person has any kind of Capricorn, Cancer energy, you know what they want to see? They want to see you working on you and not worried about what they're thinking, doing. Because they need to know that it's two whole people. Whoever this is has designs on you. This could be somebody, if you're just dating them and you're confused, if you're finding this reading, Libra placements, 7th house placements, this person could be eyeing you up for like life partner shit. They need to know that if they're having a bad day, if they need their attention focused anywhere else, that you're going to be fine. Because what they want is a partner and they don't want to parent. We're talking about parent access. When we're looking at these energies, it doesn't matter if there's Cancer or Capricorn. These energies are Cancer and Capricorn. That's what the cards represent. So when we are talking about that, we are talking about people who do not want to parent another partner. But they like you. I'm not calling you the partner they have to parent. I'm saying that they so far they like what they see. Remember that, you know, cardinal energy is going to go nicely together, and it's sextiling, right? Or not sextiling. It's also cardinal energy. So you have the two cardinal energies showing up for you. Everybody's trying to get stuff done. Everybody is trying to move their life along. Everyone, Cancer might go sideways sometimes, but they're still moving. And they need to know that you know how to just focus on you. But this could be marriage, honestly. They're just watching to see what you do when they pull back a little bit. Do you fall to pieces? Do you get super needy? Do you just do you? Do you know how not to take things personal, right? All of that. Do you need it to look good instead of be good? They're looking at all of that, but that is life partner potential, which I love for you, Libra. Okay. Aquarius. I'm going to use the Fountain Tarot. Hello, hello, my lovely peoples. I have so much work to catch up. I plan to do all this cooking. Does anyone else buy groceries with like, I'm going to make this and I'm going to make that, and then life happens and now you're like, yeah, I'm not making any of that, but I have to make something because those groceries have a shelf life because they're fresh groceries. Ooh, Aquarius, what is coming back to life? Oh. Okay, Aquarius, somebody who used to love bomb you wants back in and they don't want to be a love bomber anymore. Aquarius placements, 11th house placements. I know I've seen some 11th house people here. Who had a love bomber that wants to come back right now and you're like, I don't need that shit. I don't want you back. You're a love bomber. Because Aquarius is the sapiosexual, right? They don't need the love bombing. They're good. So who here has somebody that it did not go because they were love bombing? They want back in. Death card in reverse. They want to resurrect it. I think they're going to have to work hard to get in, and I think that's just fine. You're going to have to work pretty hard to get back because you are not accepting. This also could be somebody who wants to come back and you're saying, yeah, the thing that got you in the doors, in the sheets, in the relationship before, that doesn't work with the new version of me, the new healed version of me. Nope. Oh, now I do want a sacred rebel for this. Where are those? Are they up here? Yes. Yes. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I thought I pulled. This is the card is the same. Okay. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna pull. First, I'm gonna pull a message from your person. This is Aquarius. You're gonna come back into an Aquarius's life. Be best to impress. I really miss you. My heart holds. We are on hold, but I'm coming back for you. Okay, I just wanted to confirm that that's what I was feeling. Let's get this other one. What number is that? 7. Legacy of light. You are being asked to honor the legacy of light that is your sacred birthright. Take nourishment and support from those that have come before you, your ancestral lines, not only in blood but in spirit. Perhaps these are beings that have inspired and motivated you to live as sacred rebel from your heart and with belief in yourself. The more you become a bearer of legacy for those that will be supported to the light in your future. The Oracle of Legacy of Light comes to you when you need confirmation that a creative choice you're making or have made or will soon make is the one in alignment with your sacred purpose and your path of healing and growth. Now, I gotta tell you, for a handful of you, the reason this oracle came out is because this person that wants to come back, let them work to come back. But when they come back, the new healed version of themselves, there is alignment. For a handful of you, this connection was bad timing people at different places in growth and maturity before. I don't know where. My office is so filled with like boxes and stuff because I couldn't possibly keep them like close to where I work, where I'm like working. So I would have to look for the box. I'm sure they did come in a beautiful box. I keep saying one day I'm gonna like just do a thing on all of the cards and the boxes and the whatever. I don't know who would watch that, but maybe I should just make them community posts. That would be better. Okay. Aquarius, we're on to water signs already. Wahoo. Okay. Cancer. What you been up to? I'm gonna use the light seers for Cancer. Hey. So we're just 2 signs away from taking questions. They're going to be the yes or no questions. You will not ask me any questions until I tell you it's time to ask questions, but we are 2 signs away from answering questions. Wow. Okay. Who got that? Was it Leo? They got the Tower in reverse? I think it was. Okay. I love this for Cancer. I love this for Cancer. Listen. Averting crisis. Also, this isn't the worst Tower card. We see where there's still shelter available while things are going on around us. But it is in reverse. So again, we either have avoidance, depending on what this card is, of the thing that needs to just happen so you can push your life forward, right? Which would be more of like a fixed sign thing that I would worry about. Cardinal Cancer, not so much. But we have this. We have this for Cancer, and I could not love this card more for any other sign. This is attachment. 4 of Pentacles. Mine, down. All I need is this purse, and that's all I need. Cancer comes in with attachment issues. The masterclass in Cancer is to learn to let go of attachments that no longer serve you. When it is in reverse, Cancer, what were you attached to? It's not normally a person so much as it's an outcome. It could be waiting for somebody, but you're so focused on what that outcome is going to be, what it's going to feel like, how romantic it will be, how it brings you completion, that the universe will read that you're not ready for the thing because you're so up in the attachment of the expectation that it may not materialize until you can completely let go. It doesn't mean something comes to you after you don't want it. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is something you've been waiting for, right? It might be breaking your heart a little bit that it hasn't come in. Once you let go of the attachment of what it looks like, how it has to come back, all of that. Oh, I love this for you. What oracle cards do we want? I think I want... You know what I want? I want shadow work. Also, where the heck are my red cards? My other Colette Baron read. Like the Wisdom Oracle. I don't see them anywhere. I am taking from Threads of Fate because this is about shadow work. Getting rid of attachment means you've just done some shadow work. By the way, that's what angels look like. One eye. All right, let's look this one up. I truly wish, this is making me redo my Oracle deck. I'm going to put numbers on everything because otherwise you have to go and look up instead of just going to the number. Okay. And this is tiny writing. That's before when I was saying when you settle and you're about to like cuff yourself to someone who's not like gonna bring you to that highest place of journey, that sweet spot. And there'll be all kinds of intervention when that person gets dropped off and you're like, I am having feelings. This is very inconvenient. That is intervention. When you ask for help from specifically angels, they will come. Fuck shit up. They will come and divine intervention, but angels have never been human before. So they don't get the human 3D constructs of like somebody that was terrible for you or not in your highest good that you would miss them or cry over them or be sad or heartbroken. They don't get that. They're just doing whatever's in your highest good once you ask them to. So often if you're like, I just want to get married and you're with somebody that you're not supposed to marry, they'll break the thing up that you're waiting for that person to ask you to marry. But they'll come in and they'll be like, no, 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 no. And then when you're crying, they're like, why is she crying? We did exactly what she asked for. They're all different. Archangels, regular angels. Yeah, they'll deliver, but they don't, and you have to ask for help. They won't intervene unless you ask. So, you know, if you're with somebody it could be simple as like, I want to get married while you're with somebody. And instead you get broken up and you're like, well, that's not what I asked for. It was. It was. You just didn't know it. Okay. Higher perspective. Here we go. As people who do their internal and spiritual work, yep, we are less likely to be bogged down by drama or reactiveness that we now know truly does not matter. Being human means that there are times when we can't help it. Sometimes it is easy to stay in a higher perspective and see all the moving pieces as they truly are. But sometimes life and the people around us are very good at sucking us into a space of limited vision. This card is asking you to see whatever situation you are experiencing, resistance. Let me say that again. This card is asking you to see whatever situation you're experiencing resistance from with a higher perspective. Higher perspective. Instead of what you have clung to as the idea of what something should look like. Higher perspective. Rather than sucking you into a space of limited beliefs, like it has to be this or else it's not what I waited for. Love this. All right, we are into Scorpio. Good night, TS. See, now I heard Sha-na-na in my head. All right. Scorpio, we're going to do stranger things for you. You knew I had to whip them out. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio or 8th house placements. And then we'll do half an hour of free card pulls. Whoa. Well, 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 Scorpio. We have the King of Pentacles, Steve. Their death card is chilling to me. It's Barbara in the pool. It's like second or third episode, I want to say, of the first season. But we have the death card with the King of Pentacles. Scorpio, you're fixed, so it's harder to move out of stuff that doesn't really serve you anymore. As badass as Scorpio is, for a long time, I felt Scorpio having like 2 people in their readings. The way the skeleton is reaching out. Something's had a hold on you for a while that hasn't been serving you well. Who is exerting power over you? You know, I like Steve. I don't like his expression. My ashwagandha alarm, sorry. I don't like his expression here. I don't like, he looks a little pompous here, which he can be. Where do you need, I said this today for, what sign was it? Was it Sagittarius? Like, where do you need a good old-fashioned New Orleans funeral for something in your life that no longer serves you? When the death card comes up, it's asking you to let something, bury it, give it a funeral. Don't bury it in your insides. It's asking you, it's telling you, it's time for something to change. Death in a lot of tarot cards is put in as resurrection. It's put in as transformation. The other way this could be read is this transformation brings you to be the King of Pentacles, you to be solid, you to be not able to be torn up by another situation. You will be so solid on the inside, right? For you to feel like the power dynamic shifts and you have it. Oof, that feels deep. I'm just gonna ask, I'm taking the pendulum out for this, but I just want to ask, is this asking for some of you, and you'll know who you are, to break financial ties with somebody because it's killing you? Like, the financial part is not enough to make up for what it's making you feel like inside. Okay. And we got a yes. That's just for a few of you. I felt that separately. Let's... I hear my little one singing in the kitchen. So cute. Okay. Taking the Healing Mantra by Matt Kahn. Yeah. A saying very special to my Scorpio friend. Just kind of came up in this card, which I find really interesting. Oh, anchoring the light. Let's say page 6. All right, here we go, Scorpio. Anchoring the light. The light is always within me. The door opens from the inside, Scorpio. The door opens from the inside. When you anchor the light, you're accepting the infinite force of the universe as your guardian, navigator, and companion. As you anchor the light, you are no longer a person trying to find the deeper meaning of connection. Instead, you know yourself to be the living expression of connection, simply appearing in your human form. This mantra is ideal for overcoming fear and reducing cravings and making important life decisions. This feels like an important life decision, and it feels like there's fear around it. Scorpio, that did not feel like a light reading. I love you, Night, I love you. Okay. Pisces, and then we'll get into questions. Oh, my water's almost gone. By the way, I know that seems so simple, but when the energy seems janky all around us, please drink water. Like extra. Okay, Pisces. We're going to use the Starman Tarot by David DeAngelis, inspired by David Bowie. The artwork he did for David Bowie. All right. Pisces and 12th house placements. Ooh! Pisces. If you're not ready for this, I'm already going to get my out of the woods. Where's my out of the woods? Where's my out of the woods? That's what we need for this. Is it behind here? I'm a little excited, could you tell? Dudes, my dudes, Pisces. I know it's hard to tell in this deck, but holy cow. 10 of Pentacles, the happy ending card, and the wheel. 2 10s. This is a huge life change. Hi there. Huge life change. Aw, for the better. Happy ending. And the wheel. Pisces. Do I need to pontificate? I would like to be a Pisces right about now. Please don't be scared of Saturn and Pisces. Please don't be scared of Saturn and Pisces. Here's the thing. I know that this community is full of beautiful humans, right? Like energy attracts like energy. It's cohesion. There's so many beautiful humans. We keep attracting more beautiful humans to the community. With that being said, a lot of the collective of Saturn and Pisces is responsible to the most vulnerable of our community. And what are the consequences when we're not? That includes wellness. That includes just social justice. That includes a lot of things, right? Saturn and Pisces and Pluto and Aquarius. Pluto and Aquarius is power to the people. Will things get ugly before they get better? Probably. But Saturn and Pisces is also coming to ground the Neptunian energy that tells you you can't. the voices in your head that tells Pisces they're not good enough sometimes, or you feel small in a big, big world, Saturn's going to ground you. What do we say when there's like Neptunian stuff? Go get grounded. Take a Epsom salt bath. Stick your feet in the ground. Walk around with some jasper. No, don't be scared of Saturn. Not Saturn and Pisces. Saturn was... First it was in Capricorn, then it was in Aquarius. Saturn was Saturning hard for a long time. And at the same time, the awareness of astrology, the education of astrology is coming more to the everyday person, right? So the way you all got to know Saturn wasn't very good. Saturn in 22 degrees of Pluto was some of the worst parts of the pandemic. Saturn in Aquarius, a restriction over liberation and freedom with the lockdown. Saturn is not going to express the same way in Pisces. Pisces is Jupiter and Neptune. It's the weight on the beautiful balloon bouquet. Will there be hard aspects because Saturn is going to square shit? Sure. Pentacles is Saturnian. That's the 10 of effing Pentacles. That is the happy ending. Right? Grounding your dreams. I'm pulling it into the lonely woods. I'm shutting off the lights and I am reading to you all. I'm tucking you in. All right. I don't think I've ever read for this card before. Into the Lonely Woods. By the way, I see a lot of other readers doing this, but I feel like we've been doing this for over a year, right? Into the Lonely Woods. Ebbs and flows. There will always be moments where we find ourselves unable to find our place within this world. Those we once knew have fallen away, and those we have yet to form trust and loving relationships with are yet to come. We are sometimes given responsibilities to care for on our own when we thought that they would be shared. It is natural to contemplate what we may be doing wrong or is lacking in us, but this will pass. The truth is, we all go through the initiations of companionship and solitude, of intimacy and estrangement, of deep understanding and the grief of being misunderstood or abandoned. This moment is an ebb, but soon the flow of companionship will come. Friendship and love will surely flow back to you, as too will that true and deep sense of belonging. Oh, I love this. If you have 12th house placements, if you have Pisces energy, you may have felt misunderstood. Why is this happening? I'm always such a nice person. That was so beautiful and so perfect for Pisces. I'm so glad I found that deck. It was hiding behind all the other ones. Okay, my community, I'm keeping the lights off. Turn down the lights. All right. So we're going to start questions. And for whatever reason, like 15 people just left the room. So that means less chaos. Here's the thing. If I've answered a question for you, pretty steadily, then I'm going to ask you to just let new people go. I think we only have a few new people. Right now there's only 35 of you. I'm going to go for 30 minutes. Please have your question in a yes or no plans. Yes or no form. The shorter, like, is this guy right for, I don't need the whole history because it's universe and your guides that are going to give me answers. So if I see a really, really, really long question, I might skip it and save it to the end because I could possibly get to everyone here if we go. So please have it in a yes or no form. You have to have it in yes or no form. I can't just pull a card for you to read into because then I have to like stop and get the messages. And so this is a quicker ask me, are they good? Are they bad? Will it happen? Will it not? And if you are going to ask me a question about timing, please know that your guides are ancient. So soon could be the next 10 years to them. Please say in the next 3 months, in the next month. Give me actual time constraints. Please don't use soon because I could tell you your guides say yes soon and they mean within the next 5 years because they've lived a trillion years. So I think that's it. And for the love of Pete, Great Odin's Beard, don't ask me if they are, am I going to hear from them? Ask me, are you going to hear from them in a way that brings the relationship healthy? If you just ask me if you're going to hear from them, that probably begets 20 more questions. And so the best way I can give you an answer is if there's detail in your question about like time constraints and whether you're going to hear from them is it going to be healthy or they just want to hook up or whatever, right? And be kind to each other in the chat. Lastly, Lee does not run when I get questions. Juan does not run when I get questions. This girl runs when I get questions. I am going to go in a row. Please do not spam. Don't write your question 2 or 3 times. If you see that, I'm going to skip. Don't ask me questions yet. I won't. Things are going to start jumping. But yeah, be nice to each other and please don't spam. Okay. Okay, Stella, I'm gonna get back to you at the end if I can, just because we have new people. Okay. Jody, hi. Do I know my working life purpose already? Do you know your purpose? Like, so is the purpose that you think that you're here for, are you correct? Is that what you're asking me? Okay. Does Jody know her life mission purpose? Gosh, Jody, I'm getting a no. There's a Queen of Cups here. There, something with nurturing or something with being, I think that like there's going to be a vulnerable spot coming up. It's just going to get fine-tuned because it went no, yes, no. So you must be close. There must just be like a little fine-tuning, which happens. Trust me, that happens. It's all good. Farida? I hope I said that right. Farida or Farida? Should you give him one more chance? Should you give him one more? That's going to go off every 15 minutes. When did I start it? Like 8? Four of Wands. I'm going to say that's a yes. Maricela. Aw, we love you back, Moanne. Okay. Maricela, that's a yes. I'm not used to getting this many yeses. Maricela, that's a yes. The end healing. I like it for you. Dolly. Could this Capricorn be for real? Okay. Is he worth your time and energy? They're telling me you already know. High Priestess. And then Stella, I'm going to answer. I think I got to most of the new people. I'm going to answer you, Stella. Dolly. Is this Capricorn? Should she spend her time and energy on him? Well, if you already thought that you should and you're just a little nervous, then you're right, you should. Because I got a yes out of the pendulum and a High Priestess out of the cards. Don't know why this is like this. Hold on one second. Let me finish. Okay. Stella. Let's see, Stella love. For next week, for her and her person, private one-on-one time. I'm getting a no for next week, babe. Let's see why. Work stresses or something going on with them. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with how attractive you are. It's inner stuff going on with them. If it doesn't work next week. Oh, it just jumped so much. Okay. Danny R. What was the question? Will you move to Australia? And what was your question about your son having a baby? Were you going to move to Australia with other people, Danny? Will she move to Australia? Yeah, you're going to move, but if you're going to move with other people, there might be one less of them. Gibbs. Did you want to write a different question? Or you just retracted altogether? If you asked a question before where LaTanya put all the hearts and Moanne said thank you, Susie, and put the heart and the heart face, under that, Jody Lee, that was when I started. So if you put in a question before that, then you need to put it in again. Okay. I'm getting yes on another baby, Gibbs. Okay. Shelby, was your most recent dream? I think it's about healing from... Okay, was her most... Was that a premonition of love? No. Was it about healing from, like, release so that So I don't think it's a premonition. Like, I don't think that dream had to do with that. I think love is coming, but I think that love was to release one that you kind of still... Hold on. There's a mixed signal here. Was that about releasing? Okay, that was an instant yes. That was about letting go of heartbreak. Examine that dream more because there's something to heal from that kind of recalibrates your antenna to bring somebody else new in. Okay. With the next 2 months. Okay. Hi, Princess JB. I got the attachment thing. Attachment of how it looks. I don't know what the attachment is. Will they get back together in a healthy way within the next 2 months? Yes, there's some kind of attachment someone has to work on. I don't know if it's him or you. Hi, Jacqueline. Will this new energy class go smoothly? Yes, but I don't know if you're going to love the instructor. But it's going to go well for you anyway. Hold on. Is this class, the new energy class, going to go smoothly? Yes, I'm getting the smallest yes. Got the 2 of Cups in reverse. You may not see eye to eye with somebody you're paired with or with the instructor. You may feel a little funny. Just keep yourself open to, like, if stuff they're saying sits with your spirit wrong, give yourself the availability to, like, say, this is not the class for me. And don't wait till you're halfway through where now you feel like, well, now I'm halfway through it. It can go yes for you. I don't know if it's like, oh my God, such a great experience. Hi, Tanya. I'm trying to decide whether this, I don't feel like this deck is kicked at all. Will the person will you meet the person you're supposed to be with? Ooh, the Magician. Yeah, you kind of make it happen. You're manifesting it, but, like, is it online? Is it online? Is it online for Tanya? Is it online? Yes, but not the first one you meet. It'll be the second. The first one will feel like it, but it won't be. It'll be the second. Karen. Hello, lovely. Will I get a business communications instructor position? Oh, for Rita, I answered that question before. Hopefully you got it. I got a yes. It's okay. Great. Okay, you did get it. It was just a delay in the comments. Spring's an end of conflict for something. I don't know. Is there, like, conflict in the position you're in now, Karen? Because spring's the end of conflict. Like, it's a lot easier. I'm getting a yes. Getting a yes for you, Karen. Hi, Zoe. Will I resolve this health issue in the next couple of weeks? Oh my goodness. The sun, that was worth bending over and picking up. Yeah. Yes, yes, Zoe. Also, I'm hearing turmeric and pepper. So I don't know if it's like inflammatory also. Like whatever you find, and then like you'll have to maintain it. Whatever that means. Let's see. But I'm wishing you well. Hi, Monique. Oh. Actually, the inflation is going to help your debt because it also lowers your debt as the value things of lower in value. Your debt actually lowers in a weird way. So they're showing me my friend who used to work for a bank and she used to help other people write all the letters. Is showing me when she was sitting on the couch explaining to me what she was doing. Write the letters. I think you know what I mean, but write the letters. Be diligent. Yeah. You're going to have to be diligent, though, and write the letters. Yes. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Also, anything where your address or your name is changed or anything like that, you can get that just taken off just because anything is wrong. Go on TikTok and follow one of those people and get an international VPN if you want to keep following TikTok, because who knows what's going to happen in the next month or so. But there are so many people that will just advise you out of your debt on there for free. Just double check. Yeah, I'm getting a yes, honey. Jupiter Jazz. Hello, lovely, lovely. I love the way you phrase that, babe. All right. We're taking the Stranger Things deck. I'm done with that deck. Get the Four of Pentacles. There's some attachment issue there that has to be let go. So you're gonna... Get the Four of Swords. It's a restful period. So it might not happen in the 6 months. Let's see, though. Is he going to contact her with accountability in the next 6 months? I'm getting a no, but it just might be the timing because it's like not the time and there's attachment still. Sending you big hugs. Okay, Stella answered that one. Jody. I already answered a question. Aw. I appreciate all of you back. I lost my place because it jumped. Okay. Shauna. You can all thank Shauna for the Rose Oracle. Okay, what are we asking? Oh boy, I have a hard time. Is he going to get through? Shauna, I'm getting a whole bunch. I want you to email me. I don't think he feels safe at that school. For some reason. Email me. I'll tell you the more that I got. You're all welcome. Okay. Juan, I'm so excited you're asking a question. It was the Knight of Wands in reverse, Stella. That's definitely not a you problem. Yeah, Juan, I keep seeing you moving. I keep seeing you moving. Oh, Market's going to crash, so things will be more affordable. Be patient. Now is not the time, but within the next 2 years, yes. Also, you know, everyone, buy nothing. No big investments when Venus is going to go into retrograde, when it's in shadow or during retrograde. Avoid buying unless you have to, unless like your burner breaks down or your air conditioning breaks down, or you know, you need a car. But then in that case, you're going to really want somebody who's savvy about kicking tires to come with you. Oh, you're all welcome. You're welcome. Hi, Jazzy D. Oh, black 20 and red 13 I just got. Let's see. Will you win? Go with your gut. Go with your gut. Before I knew understood the full scope of I had a boss that used to take us to Atlantic City every Christmas. That was our Christmas party. We got to go to Atlantic City for a weekend. High rollers, the whole nine. And we also got bonuses. And I would leave with more money every time, because I'm going to tell you this. If you know that you have intuition, and you do, and a lot of you do, and you happen to be there. I used to fight with people all the time. I would just let my energy draw me to whatever machine I felt was drawing me to. And I would go until I won a little bit more than I started with. And I would stop and go to another one. And then after I'd made enough money that I had enough to go to a roulette table, I would then take the money that I got instead of any money that I already came with in my pocket. Works every time. Arguments with very pragmatic people, and this was way before I was like using this. Trust yourself. Trust your gut. So I'm getting let's see. A game with dice. 8 might be lucky. I'm getting a big yes. Something about the number 8, and it could be that you win like 800 or something like that. But yes. Anastasia, should you go out tonight? Yeah, but don't even trust the Ubers to be sober. Hi, Michelle. Ooh. I don't like those cards. Hold on. Should she go out tonight? I'm getting a no. I'm getting a no. Your guides are like, sit your ass on the couch. Anastasia, I'm sorry. I hope I'm wrong. I hope you go out and you have a good time. But I got the 3 of Swords. So don't like. That's why I went, ooh. And then the pendulum said no also. Will this new romantic relationship last through the summer? I like girls who wear Abercrombie and Fitch. For the summer. For the summer. I don't even know who that is. I can't say off the top of my head. I'm sure one of you do, but that's what I just heard. Hold on. I don't know if that means you have a little bit of a player. 4 of Cups. You might like them more than they like you. Or I'm really getting you might. They might like you more than you're ready to be liked. They're a little bit of a manipulator. Is it going to last through the whole summer? For Rose. I got a no. It's only going to last as long as you allow the shenanigans. It will last the whole summer if you look the other way at the red flags. I want more than that for you. Hi, LaTanya Smith. Girl, you got an email. And also, do you have a question? Jody, will I get... Oh, wait. I'm sorry, Jody. So I do one per person to try to get as many people as possible. Moanne. Does R have an... Wheel of Fortune, I'm kind of taking as a yes. Getting a yes, but a small one. I don't know what that means. You're the instructor? Then there's somebody in your class. There's somebody in your class that you're gonna want to kick out the class. I just saw an obstacle, like something not making it go as smooth as possible. Sorry. So there might be somebody that's a little disruptive or like says that's not how that goes. Like a know-it-all backseat driver. So then maybe instead of like what I said about like don't stay there longer, maybe look for the loopholes before you start class, to see what recourse you might have if there's somebody who's disruptive. I just saw disruption. I saw like energies banging up against each other. And it wasn't you, it was somebody else banging up against you, like rubbing you the wrong way. So, okay. Hi. Hi, Michelle. Okay, let's see. I just had the questions and then the whole thing bounced. Okay. Will your BF and you get through this rough patch? I have about 5 minutes left. Something's going to be easier or more peaceful for you. Maybe you just feel restless on the inside, Karen, but I got the 5 of Swords in reverse, which is good. Yeah, guys, if you can share the video, that's really helpful. And you can all go on SuzzyEvolutionary.com. Lee, if you need a reading, you just have to go to SuzzyEvolutionary.com. And the first link is readings. It's all set up. Oh, Heather, be safe. Have a great night. Oh, you're welcome. Hi, Melissa. Will Michelle and her boyfriend work through this rough patch? Yes. I have Judgment in my reverse, which is one of my, like, somebody looking within and changing how they do things, wanting a second chance at handling things with a newer version of themselves. So I like that for that question, Michelle. Hello, Samantha. You're back. Aw, thank you, Zoe. Is forensic astrology right for you? Interesting. I got the Four of Cups in reverse. So something that felt like it wasn't available to you will now be available to you. Having to do with that subject, Melissa. Whether it's like funding or a class or something, but something where like you were like, that would be a great thing. I want to do that. And you couldn't find anything to support it. And now it's going to be available to you. Is forensic astrology. Yes. I don't know how much you'll get to, I know that you get to practice it as much as you like, being honest, but yes, it's a good fit for you. And just having had a reading with you, I would agree with that. Gibson, did I answer your question, babe? Okay. Should you go to a dance tomorrow night? Aw, you guys are lovely. I can't with the compliments sometimes. I appreciate it. But if the energy is lit in here, it's because of you guys. Ashwagandha alarm keeps going. I have an alarm set, so I take it because it starts to lower your cortisol so you can sleep better. We got the Page of Pentacles and the 10 of Dice. And no, when it's time to go home. Should you go out tomorrow? Yes. There's something new out there for you. Know when it's time to go home. Leave them wanting more. Gibbs. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, my 30 minutes just hit. LaTanya, you do have mail. You have a gift certificate for a reading that I emailed you. So you're going to want to check that mail. If you don't have it, then I will gladly resend it. Jody, hi. Do I only take PayPal? No, I have a proper payment system that will take however. It's just a Square reader. Not a Square reader. It's like a full-on point of sale system. So however you want to pay, the only thing I don't accept is firstborn. Because I got 3 of my own. Kind of 4 because I have a bonus. So, oh, there is going to be another person who does, okay, that's what I saw. I just saw somebody else trying to run the class, like, and you're like, oh God. And I get that because sometimes I have been in a position where things are being said that were professionally associated with me that I was like, it's okay not to agree, but like that I thought might be like trauma triggers for people. And that always is going to like make my like, oh, go up. You know, I'm not comfortable with that when I feel like somebody else could be made uncomfortable. And it doesn't ever mean that somebody's trying to do that on purpose. Of course not. But it's hard when you're like, we should all be on the same page and you're not. And you know, Jacqueline, there are things that you can do energetically to kind of transmute. I think I'm going to do a whole show on transmutation because it's beautiful. And like when you hear about like witches or my mom was a witch or this or like old, like a lot of it was transmutation, which is like just taking negative shit being thrown at you and taking just the energy. Listen, I will answer the rest of the questions, but when I go on TikTok and it's a free-for-all and it's crazy and there are people who are just like, you're fat, you're old or whatever, I just say this is like pulling up to the gas station and finding out all the gas is free, mofos, because energy is energy. So I put it through the Suzzy car wash. You want to give me energy and it's ugly energy? That's fine. When it goes out my car wash, it won't be. Right? So like teaching you all how to transmute feels really palpable right now, especially because you can go on any platform and find somebody to like send something nasty at you because people think that's what it's all supposed to be used as. So we can go over transmutations. When this video is over, please drop a comment when that class begins, because maybe I'll just do my video on transmutation before your class. It'll motivate me to make that one before the other list of things I want to do. Oh, I love, and I have the solar returns now. Like, charts and reports through me are entanglement free. So like, if you come and do a reading and you get you want like a solar return reading, I'm just gonna give you the report as well, and the chart. Okay. Anastasia. Okay, was there anyone more? Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I saw Cece. Hi, Cece. I don't know if you have a question. I'm not seeing one. I don't see any more questions. I'm just seeing everybody being lovely. You're not going to ask anything tonight. You feel like, oh, we had a 15-minute. So Annika does 15-minute check-ins once a month. I'm going to give you at least 20 minutes if you do that. But that is... Oh, Venus Energy 22. There you are. Hi. Hi, Sparklement. I love that name. Okay, I'm going to answer that, and then I'm going to go. Okay. Are you with the right person you're meant to be with? Oh, you did? Can you relist it, Cece? I didn't see it. Just put it back in the comments. And then when I'm done answering Venus energy, I will answer you. For whatever reason, I didn't see it, and I apologize. Yeah, you can go out tomorrow night, Anastasia. You can go out with Ann. You can go out with Gibson. But was tonight was the thing that was like a no-fly zone. Hi, Johnny Blake. Okay. We got the Devil card, but we also got the Four of Swords. Let's see. This is for Venus Energy 22. Johnny Blake, you just have to ask it, but it has to be a yes or no. Stop, please. Thank you. Is that a karmic for Venus Energy 22? I don't think it's the karmic. I don't think he's gonna like drag you through the depths of hell. But there's some self-sabotaging behaviors on their part that they're not ready to deal with yet. So it might be a timing thing. Pay attention to what you learn about the reflection of yourself in this relationship. In this dichotomy, in this, right? The best way to grow within a relationship or benefit in a relationship is to use that person kind of as a mirror and see how we react to their reactions, to see ourselves in them. Aw, thank you, Annika. I love meeting with Annika every month. I really do. And it's so easy because like we know all her big placements, so we can do a lot in the 20 minutes. The 20-minute check-in is only good if you've had the bigger appointment first, because then we really know, and it's just so easy to keep up. Will you be traveling soon? Thank you for your patience, Cece. I'm sorry I didn't see that before. Johnny Blake, do we know each other that you're all sweetie schmoopy baby sweetheart? Yeah, you need to post it again because I did not see it. Johnny. If you want it answered, yeah. You need to post it again. Because I'm not seeing it. I'm spending an extra 10 minutes here. Okay. Will you be, you're welcome, Venus Energy. Will you be traveling soon? What's going on with the traveling, Cece? Will she be traveling soon? Getting a no, then a yes. So, since soon is soon, right? Again, so soon, I don't know how your guides are reading soon. Okay, good. You go have fun for all of us, Anastasia. There's more to the traveling than just traveling, Cece. So it's going to look like it's not going to happen, and then it's going to happen. So just be prepared. Don't overly stress out about it, but be prepared, because it's going to look like no, and then it's going to be yes. Johnny, I'm so confused because I don't see your question. I see where you said, can you get on the question list? And I said, yeah, just go ahead and ask your question. And then you gave the kissy face, and I don't know if that's supposed to be a question, but that's not how this works here. This is a healing community space, and not like love connection for Suzzy. Aw, we are your fun. Yay, Anastasia. I want to call you Anastasia and Anastasia at the same time. I almost named Lee Anastasia. I got talked out of it. Yeah, you either have to just ask your question directly again. I'm confused. And I'm 10 minutes over, and now yeah. I've been live for almost 3 hours, so I'm gonna go. You can post your question in the questions afterwards, because I'm just confused. Hello, Lurking Wayne. What's up? Hi, Venus Cloud. We're just ending. But Thursday, I'm gonna do mini reads on my channel. Even if I only do it for like a little while, because I think Connie Jo might join me for something too that we wanted to do. But I'm not putting a period on that yet. I gotta see what's going on with her. But I'll be doing free mini reads on, I keep saying on my channel, on this channel. It's the only channel you'll see me on, unless somebody else asks me to be on theirs as a guest. So on this channel, on Suzzy Evolutionary, I will be here Thursday, old habits die hard, to do the, oh, okay, hi, Venus Cloud. I wasn't sure if that was you. All right, and I'll see you then. And please make sure you tune in Sunday for Connie Jo and I and Progressed Moon part 2. And the Progressed Moon part 1 is up and edited without all the shenanigans that nobody needed when the computers broke and everything else. All right. I love you. Now you love you. Bye, everyone.